Yes, a new history is going to be rewritten as Argentina, the defending champion of this tournament, is all set to fight for its second consecutive trophy in the second participation just after winning the previous one in the Qatar FIFA World Cup. And yes, Spain is all set to register the second trophy in FIFA World Cup 2026. So, guys, what's your take? How are you thinking? Which team will win this match final and grab the title of the match going to be held in New Jersey? So yeah, the match is going to be held in New Jersey, Spain versus Argentina. It's 11:32 in Nepal, and the match is going to start about 1 minute 15, let's say 13, 1 hour 13 minutes is still remaining before the match kicks off, the final showdown. And it's really going to be interesting. Many people, fans of both Argentina and Spain, are excited to see this final showdown, as it has more story to reveal, more story to unfold, and a new chapter, whichever team wins this match. So, if we talk about Argentina, we have the GOAT, Lionel Messi. And if we talk about Spain, we have the rising star, Lamine Yamal, who is all set to be seen as the one who would be carrying the legacy of Messi. You might have also went through the most viral photo of Argentinian player Lionel Messi and that of Yamal. So it was kind of 19 years back, I guess. So yeah, so it was the photo shoot in which Messi was bathing Yamal in the bathtub, and the photo in the present context is getting viral. People are sharing it, talking about it. It was like the star was born just before a legendary star just passed on his blessings to him in his childhood. Maybe Yamal was just 5 months old during the time when he did that photo shoot with Lionel Messi. And that was kind of an epic one because after all this year, as we can see, the Barcelona star Lionel Messi, how he shined in Barcelona. And following his footsteps, Yamal also played for Barcelona. And Yamal still, if we can see, is also heading the step of Lionel Messi to become one of the most appreciated, most talented footballer in the world. He is actually the future of the football, we know that. So it will be kind of a Messi versus Yamal, and not just the thing, it's like the a fading generation versus a rising generation. Because Messi is about to, he might be playing his last World Cup this today with this final. Messi might not be available to play the FIFA World Cup for the next edition, and Yamal has a long way to go. So it's really a fading, or let's say a legendary players versus a rising players kind of stuff this time. So yeah, so and also despite of the Messi versus Yamal factor, we also have another factor, that is the wildfire smoke that is really affecting the atmosphere of US and Canada. So that might be also triggering the atmosphere of how the scene would be in the stadium of New Jersey. And another one is the controversial figure, referee, he himself might be the controversial figure of this one. So if we talk about what is the schedule, so if I'm in Nepal, I'm currently doing the live stream from Nepal, Kathmandu, and it's 11:36 in Nepal, and the match will kick off in 12:45 in Nepal. So it's about 1 hour 10 minutes still remaining before the whistle blows and the show is all set for the people of the world. It's a global stage, guys. And okay, so what's your prediction about it? Do let me know from where are you watching this live stream. Are you enjoying it or not? Which team are you supporting, Argentina or Spain? What's your take on this? Which what do you think? Either Spain will win or Argentina will win? What's your prediction? Uh, let's say about the final score. Which team will score how much? Do you think the match will go for a goalless draw and will enter an additional time and play for penalty shootout, or the result would be received in the first 90 minutes? What's your take on this? Do let me know, guys. Because it's the final showdown of this FIFA World Cup 2026, Argentina versus Spain, where defending champion Argentina is all set to defend its title, and Spain is all set to grab the title and make a new chapter in football history. So, what's your take on this? Do let me know. Okay, so if you talk about the prediction, this is just the second meeting of Argentina and Spain in the world stage. So it was back in 1966 that Argentina and Spain had competed, and in that match, Argentina has defeated Spain by 2-1. We are talking about the World Cup of 1966. Since then, Spain and Argentina have not been or face played this face-off style in this world's biggest stage. So it's another take. It's the thing that will make it interesting. So it's Anna Cheese Silencer. Hey, hey, hello, hello, yo, 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 yo. What's up, what's up? Which team are you supporting, Argentina or Spain? Do let me know. Thank for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, okay, so just before the final match, we are talking about the prediction. What's the take? What's the interesting spin? Oh, so you are really supporting the Spain? Because even this time, even this edition, we can see the fans of Spain are really excited and thinking that Spain is really playing a beautiful game and showing a competitive match against each opponent, whether it was in group stage or it was in the knockout stages. Spain has always given its best shot. So yeah, so seems like the Spain is really, really feeling strong. The fans, followers are really happy that Spain is playing the final. And if we talk about the Opta supercomputer analysis, we can see that Spain entered the final as the favorites to lift the 2026 FIFA World Cup trophy, and across 25,000 pre-match simulations, Spain emerged as champion in 59.6% of the time, while Argentina successfully defended the title in the remaining 40.4%. So if we talk about the Opta supercomputer analysis, we can see that Spain is heading with the percentage with 59.6% and seems to be quite leading its chances of winning this final match and lifting the World Cup trophy. So what's your take on this? To let me know. And okay, so if we talk about the whole scenario of this tournament, we can see that if it was after 90 minutes extended time in which the match went, Spain claimed victory in 45% of the simulations, whereas a draw sending the final into extra time occurred in 29.0% of runs, while Argentina won in normal time in the remaining 26%. So that's the thing. Okay, Anna is supporting Spain, but is really supporting Messi. Yeah, Messi is better though. He's one of the legendary players that we have on earth this time, because he's not only the one who scores goal, but he's also the one who creates assist for his teammates and creates chances so that his team Argentina can win. Yeah, Messi is really a goat. Also, might be, if we say, a person with a golden heart, we can call him that. Yeah, okay, so, but if we are really talking about Messi's another point is that this might be the final World Cup of Lionel Messi. And that thing is seems to be really special for Messi. So fans are really eagerly waiting whether Messi will end this tournament, end this journey as the winner of the Golden Boot? Would he win the race? Hi Anna, hi. Thank you so much for being there, for watching this live. You can communicate. Let's grow the knowledge of football. It really means a lot that you are staying here. So okay, so yeah, what do you think? Do you think that it will be the last final World Cup for Messi, and how do you think he will end this journey of football? It's a really interesting one because many people are eagerly wishing that maybe Messi crosses his maximum goals number for this tournament and just grabs the golden boot. So every Argentinian fans is really wishing for it. And okay, so another one is the yes, we have already talked about even previously that the viral image of Lionel Messi and baby Yamal. So that's also the another interesting point for this. So even the image is being promoted or shared on internet as like passing of a torch from a legendary player to someone, a teenager, Spanish teenager. The future of football is like Messi passing the torch to Yamal, and that's another interesting point for it. So it seems like Yamal would for sure follow the footsteps of Messi and create an impact in the world football. So that's another interesting point for it. Many people are waiting to feel that it's like Messi versus Yamal, a kind of inspirational figure versus the one who follows him. So it's a beautiful one, a beautiful addition for of this clash. That's the beauty of this clash. And another factor, if we see what might be a challenge for both of the teams, is and also the audience, is the Canadian wildfire. So if you see, the smoke of the Canadian wildfires is really triggering the atmosphere of the stadium of both Canada and the USA. So it might create some problem for the audience to enjoy with the match without any hindrance or let's say with a very uh, peaceful eyes. We can say that. Okay. How do I donate? Are you willing to donate anything, Anna? Are you willing to? Because if it's the case, you can donate, or what do you want to donate? You can also share with me. Yeah, okay, so we are talking about the Canadian wildfire, which might affect or let's say trigger the health alerts in the stadium and in the atmosphere. So that's the thing. But a cold front expected in the weekend will might be a dangerous. Where do I click? Okay, so if you really wanna search it, place any link in the streams for the kind of a donation. But if you really want to do it, I might think about it. I might think about it. But okay, so let's talk about okay. So the expectation of this match is that maybe 80,000 people might be able are expected to witness this final clash of this tournament, and in the open air of New York, New Jersey Stadium, while another 50,000 are expected to watch the game from the Central Park in just Manhattan. So that's the interesting thing. That's going to be interesting. Okay, and if you talk about the New York began feeling the effects of the wildfires this week. So the pollution, the polluted air is really affecting the lives of people, even in New York, and it really seems to quite affect the way people would be enjoying this clash. If you talk about the last Thursday, the last Thursday's equality was also rated as unhealthy for the sensitive groups by several equality measurement platforms. So I think precautions to secure yourself from this polluted air might be one of the most key precautions that the audience must take. And there's another interesting part of this clash is that the referee, the figure, is quite emotional as well and a controversial figure as well. So the referee for today is Slavko Vinces, who is a Slovenian referee who would be taking the charge of the Argentina versus Spain World Cup final. And Indra Lakshmi stressed us not. Hello, 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 hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for checking in and watching the live. Really means a lot. So we're talking about Argentina versus Spain's referee, would be a Slovenian referee, that is Slavko Vinces. And the 46-year-old referee from Maribor becomes the first Slovenian to officiate a men's World Cup final. Sleep? Thank you so much. But it's World Cup. We really, really need to witness this history because anything can happen. So thank you. If you are really feeling sleepy, please. Good night and enjoy. Okay, so we are talking about the referee. So he's the 46-year-old, the first referee from the Slovenia to officiate this match. So that's interesting one. The first Slovenian referee to officiate a men's World Cup final. Where to watch it for free? Any websites you would suggest? Okay, there are many websites. I would not talk about that third party one. But if you are in the range of television and if you don't have access to Himalaya Sports, you can watch on NTV Plus. Today, NTV Plus is doing live streaming, free broadcasting of the final. So you can just put on NTV Plus and enjoy the final showdown because it's free for everyone and everyone can enjoy by just watching the television. But they are not official websites which would actually give you a proper feel thrill of the world clash. There are many third-party websites, illegal websites, but let's not promote that phase in this live stream. Sorry for that. Okay, so we were talking about the referee. He's a 46-year-old, the first Slovenian referee to officiate the men's World Cup final. And his previous appointments, if you talk about the Slovenian referee, his major previous appointments was he even officiated UEFA Champions League in 2024, and that was also the final between the Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. So even that time, he was the same referee who is also officiating today's final. He had also officiated the UEFA Champions League back in 2024. When we talk about the Vince's appointment, means Argentina, the defending champions, will play a second consecutive World Cup final with a European referee overseeing the match against European opposition. Okay, so that's the thing. The selection comes after refereeing decisions involving Argentina through scrutiny during this tournament. Okay. Point is several okay. So the critics are also pointing out towards what nearly landed up into Messi receiving a red card while challenging an Algerian player. So that was also the case. And after Egypt formally complained about officiating following its 3-2 defeat to Argentina, FIFA's head of refereeing, Pierluigi Collina, defended the officials, saying nobody can question the integrity of the FIFA World Cup match officials. Who do you support today? So, being a journalist, that of a sports journalist, I personally am in the middle. I'm not supporting any teams. I just want a beautiful game, a match which would be remembered till the ages. Personally, I'm not supporting any tournament, any players, or let's say any teams. Before the start of the World Cup, I really wanted a new team to grab a title, but unfortunately, no new team reached the final. So, no matter which team wins today, it will be not a kind of a headache for me. I would just enjoy the match. That's my case. So, okay, so talking about the referee again, Vinicius has overseen 3 matches at the 2026 World Cup. So, even before officiating for this final, he had already overseen 3 matches, he has already issued 7 yellow cards, 1 red card, and awarding no penalties. So we can see how tough might get this game, as he has already the Vinces has already given 1 red card, 7 yellow cards, and he has not given any penalties. This might be a tough one. If you talk about his recent assignment, he was also part of the round of 32 clash, in which he sent off Ecuador defender Piero Hincapi after a video review, VAR review, for covering his mouth during a confrontation with a Mexico player. So that iconic moment of, we can see that how that happened and how Piero Hincapi got the card. He was compelled to leave the ground. And Vinicius also refereed the group stage matches between Brazil and Morocco, in which Brazil and Morocco, and that of the Brazil and Morocco match ended up with a draw, whereas that of Algeria versus Jordan, in which Algeria defeated Jordan by 2-1. So that was kind of 3 matches which Vinicius went through and officiated. And okay, so another Slovenian's assistant referees Tomas Klanknik and Andras Kovicis would be assisting Vinicius in this match. And another one is that Germany's Bastian Dankert will serve as the video assistant referee VAR, with Colombia's Nicolas Gallo assisting in the video operations room. So that's the scenario. Vinicius is more like, as he's about to officiate, he's the first Slovenian referee to officiate the FIFA World Cup, men's football. He seems to be quite emotional, and even he had said that the first came the shock, then the happiness. He was happy and he was shocked, as he was shaking, as he used to officiate a World Cup final in a incredible honor. That's something that's incredible honor that maybe you get once in a lifetime opportunity. So it seems like it's a dream of every referee, and he really is extremely proud of it and his team. Okay, so another take, if we return back to Messi, it seems like Messi would be giving an emotional letter to his fans. Messi, the last dance, last showdown for Messi, and it's really in the hype. Messi really shared an emotional message ahead of the World Cup final. He thanked his teammates, coaching staff, and fans for their support throughout the team's journey. And he wrote on Instagram on the eve of the final, that is yesterday, the Messi, the GOAT, reflected on his years with the national team, saying the memories and values must go beyond the trophies they have won. And the most beautiful thing about all these years was never just the titles, but the entire journey. So Messi is one who is chasing the journey, enjoying the ride, rather than just focusing on the trophy. So if this is beauty, that was what Messi wrote, and he said, sharing day-to-day life with this group, competing together, picking ourselves in the difficult moments, and enjoying every steps. So that's how you enjoy the life, guys. So Argentinian fans have already transformed and already taken over the New York City, created a sea of blue and white before the final. And the Cape Verde connection, okay, if you talk about the Cape Verde connection and the pre-final, fans are highlighting the Cape Verde connection. Yeah, Cape Verde, you can see how Vozinha performed in this tournament, and the debutant of this tournament who reached the round of 32, Cape Verde, Vozinha, how his Instagram just blown up over the night from just having, I think, 45k followers, and after his performance, playing for the first match in the global stage, he was getting followers from the millions. And that shows how your impact, how your performance in this global stage can really create an impact in your life. And after that case, after showing his caliber, the 40-year-old goalkeeper was not only able to create an impact and show what is the potential of a footballer who's craving to fight in the global stage, he also succeeded to get some good brand endorsement from, I think, Nike. He also succeeded to get that uh, sponsorship, brand endorsement. Yeah, so that's the case. So okay, so talking about the connection of Cape Verde and Argentina. So Cape Verde became the only team that neither finalist Spain nor Argentina managed to beat in regulation time during the tournament. Yeah, so that's interesting one. So if we see the clash of both Spain and Argentina against Cape Verde, we can see that Cape Verde was the only team which fought against both Argentina and Spain with brilliance and did not give up within the 90 minutes of time. They had to push towards the injury time, also the more time, just than limiting themselves into 90 minutes. So it was an interesting one. So if you talk about the Cape Verde, it nearly has a population of 530,000 people. So that really challenged. So it was a time when Cape Verde was nearly about to make Argentina stop in the round of 32. Yeah, Cape Verde really challenged the defending champions in the round of 32. It's a clash which already became a history, and it will be remembered till ages. Come on, Cape Verde is in the global map, in the global football scene. You can't just miss Cape Verde. Okay, so talking about Argentina, prevailed 3-2. Cape Verde left the tournament as one of the competition's biggest surprise packages for sure. Ah, that's great. Okay, so things are getting interesting, guys. What's your take on this? Do let me know from where are you watching. Do let me know. It's 12:45 minutes remaining before the match begins and the final showdown is about to start. 45 minutes remaining, guys. What's your take on this? Which team are you supporting? Spain or Argentina? Do let me know. So, yeah. If we talk about the confirmed lineups of this match, the final, we can see Spain is adopting the 4-2-3-1 formation, where that of the Argentina is going for 4-4-2. 4-2-3 versus 4-4-2 versus 4-4-2 versus was it? I think it was. So Spain is in 4-2-3-1 lineup, and 4-2-3-1 versus Argentina 4-4-2. 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 versus 4-4-2. Is it? It's 4-4-2. 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 versus 4-4-2. Okay, so if we talk about the line of 4-2-3-1 versus 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1 is the set that is Spain has adopted, and 4-4-2 formation is the one that Argentina has adapted. And if we talk about these two formations in football, we can see 4-2-3-1 formation is a possession-oriented, flexible formation that dominates the midfield, while the 4-4-2 formation is a rigid, direct step up that uses two banks of four for strong defense and quick wing play. The 4-2-3-1 excels at controlling the tempo, while the 4-4-2 is superior for outnumbering the opponent in the penalty box. A head-to-head comparison highlights the tactical differences between the two formations, that is 4-2-3-1 by Spain and 4-4-2 by Argentina. So if we break down the strength and the structure in the 4-2-3-1 formation, which the Spain has adopted, it seems like a flat back four and two defensive midfielders, an attacking midfield trio, left, center, and right, and a single center forward. That's the structure. If we talk about the strengths, yeah, for sure, dominates the central midfield. 4-2-3-1 will dominate the central midfield areas, creates passing triangles, and is highly effective in retaining possession. Weakness is the lone striker can become isolated against two centre backs, and the wide areas can be vulnerable to counterattacks and switches of play. If you talk about the play style, best suited for teams that prefer to build up play patiently, which the Spain has really shown and shine in this tournament as the one who just slowly shows its dominance over its opponent. And if you talk about the 4-4-2 formation, the structure is a flat back four, a flat midfielder four, and two central midfielders, two wide midfielders and wingers, and two strikers. If it's about the strength, defensively robust with the two banks of four, provides strong natural width and allows for deadly counterattacks using the two strikers. That is 4-4-2, which Argentina is adopting this 4-4-2 formation. If you talk about the weakness, this can be easily outnumbered in the central midfield by a three-man unit, which makes controlling the tempo of the game challenging. And if you talk about the play style, best suited for the direct attacking football, delivering crosses in the box and structured compact defending. Okay, so yes, so it's better for the one who is attacking, attacking as its main tool weapon. And if you talk about the Argentina is for sure going to focus on his attacking just after the whistle blows up. We can say that. And then okay, so today when I was going through it, so what's interesting about this? What has interesting thing happened in this tournament? So what I found that about 16% of the goals that have conceded, that has made, I mean this tournament, most have been created from out of the box. That is, that all the goals have been a gift of a long shots, and which is 8% more than that of the previous edition, that of the FIFA World Cup in Qatar, where only 8% of the goals were created from out of the box. So that was the same, but in this case, most of the goals have been created from out of the box. That is, most of the games have gained the style of the rocket form, that is, have been attacked or charged from outside the box. So that's an interesting thing for this tournament. Yeah, okay, so guys, that was it. So for the second time, Spain and Argentina are facing off in the global stage. It was back in 1966 that they have faced each other, in which Argentina had defeated Spain in that match. And let's see what happens this time, because in the 1966 edition, when Argentina had competed against Spain, Argentina defeated Spain by 2-1 back in 1966 edition of World Cup. But with the time, anything can happen, anything can change. So for the second time, Argentina and Spain are competing against each other. So let's see what happens for this. I know what you take, guys, from where are you watching the live? Do let me know. And which team are you supporting? Argentina or Spain? Do let me know. And okay, so it's 12-7. The match will kick off in 12:45. So we are about 30-35 minutes remaining before the whistle blows and the final showdown is shown. Interesting things are, will Argentina, defending champion, be able to defend their title even this time? And or will Lamine Yamal shine in the shadow of Argentina? And another one is teacher versus student. Final showdown. Yeah, okay, so another interesting point that I wanted to share was that this match would also be a student versus teacher kind of story. That is, in the New Jersey Stadium, Luis de la Fuente and Lionel Scaloni will compete for far more than a trophy. It will be a showdown between a teacher and his former student, a story that will be remembered for ages. That the story began 9 years ago will unfold on the football's biggest stage, and that's another interesting part of this match. If we talk about the Luis de la Fuente, who spent much of his career developing talent within Spain's youth system, under his leadership, the country won the UEFA European Under 19 Championship, the UEFA European Under 21 Championship, and the silver medal at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games before he took charge of the senior national team. So that's the portfolio of Luis de la Fuente. And success followed almost immediately. He won the 2023 UEFA Nations League, lifted UEFA Euro 2024, and now has the opportunity to become the only second Spanish coach, Luis de la Fuente, to become the only second Spanish coach to win a FIFA World Cup, following the footsteps of Vicente del Bosque. That's how the Scaloni. And if we talk about the Scaloni's path, was far more unexpected one. Scaloni, who is appointed as the Argentinian head coach in 2018, was met with doubts because of his limited experience as a first-team manager. However, he went on to build on the most successful generation in the recent history of La Albiceleste. Under his leadership, Argentina won the 2021 Copa America, the 2022 Finalissima, and the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. So he's the same. Scaloni is the same head coach who, under whose command, his leadership, that Argentina has lifted the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. He has now returned to another World Cup final with the chance to become the second coach in the history to win back-to-back FIFA World Cups, a feat previously achieved only by Vittorio Pozzo in 1934 and 1938. So that was also the case. So he might be the second coach in the history. Scaloni might be the second head coach who might win this trophy back-to-back. After eliminating England, okay, so is still it's buffering. Okay, that's fine. After eliminating England in the semi-final, Scaloni publicly recalled the man who had once been one of his instructors. Besides being my teacher during the coaching course, I have always had a very special relationship with him. So Luis de la Fuente responded with the same warmth when speaking about his former student, that is Scaloni. So Lionel was a very dedicated student with enormous motivation to learn. He was always interested in improving and understanding the game. Being part of his development was a true honor. So that's how Fuente talked about the Lionel Scaloni. And these words reflect the mutual admiration they have maintained over the years, even now that they are competing for the world's greatest prize in football. A final between two of the best coaches in the game, for sure. Beyond their personal connection, Sunday's match will also be a clash of footballing philosophies. Luis de la Fuente has built a recognizable Spain side around high pressing, quick ball circulation, and a balance between youth and experience. At this World Cup, he has shaped a strong team around players such as Rodri, Pedri, Pau Cubaris, Marc Cucurella, and Mikel Oyarzabal, eliminating opponents including Portugal, Belgium, and France. On the other side stands an Argentina team that appears even more mature than the side that won the title in 2022. Scaloni has once again demonstrated his ability to adjust his approach depending on the opponent. La Albi Celeste endured difficult knockout matches against Cape Verde, Egypt, Switzerland, and England, consistently finding solutions with the leadership of Lionel Messi and a squad accustomed to performing under immense pressure. So Argentina is just friendly, is adaptable to pressure. The final will bring together two coaches from different footballing schools who share one essential quality: both build teams with clear identity, strong character, and remarkable mental strength. 9 years ago, one was teaching while the other was taking notes. On Sunday, there will be more lessons. There will be a teacher and a world champion. So that's the thing all about Argentina versus Spain. So who might win this clash and who might register their name in the football history as the champion of FIFA World Cup 2026? That will be an interesting thing to watch. So what's your take, guys? Do let me know. And okay, so it's about 12:15. So nearly it's about to be 12:15. So only 30 minutes, just 30 minutes remaining before the clash will begin. The final showdown of the biggest stage is about to kick off. Just 30 minutes remaining. So let's see who will win this match. Defending champion Argentina, who is eyeing for a back-to-back trophy, or Spain, who is eyeing for its second trophy. So what's your take? Lionel Messi, the legend, the legendary GOAT, the legendary footballer, or Yamal, the future of football? Do let me know. But no matter what, let the best team win. Let the beautiful game shine. Every beautiful soul watching the game. Let's enjoy the match. Please enjoy. Let me enjoy. Let's just be the witness of this historic match to kick off just after 30 minutes. Thank you for being and joining the live, guys. Really means a lot. Thank you so much for the support that you showed me throughout my live streaming. Really means a lot. I'm going to end this live. If possible, if anything happens, if something good happens, or if I want to connect with you, I would for sure come again live. But till then, just enjoy, and no matter what, just be happy, guys. Thank you. Enjoy the game. May the best team win. Thank you.